Hi YouTube. I'm going to do a video. It's about what happened between week 39 and week 40 when Akaydia was born, because I never got to tell you about it since she came before my next update. I'm going to read it as it's written, so it's not going to have dates or anything, but it starts out exactly a week before she was born on her due date. So it was on, I think it was the 1st of March. Okay. Monday I had contractions all day. My midwife came over to check me. I wasn't quite 3.5 centimeters dilated, still 50% effaced. My goodness, she's talking about that. She was still at -2 station. Not a whole lot had changed since I was checked on Thursday. She stripped my membranes while she was here at my apartment. Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. I had an appointment with her. I was dilated to 4 centimeters now, 70% effaced, still -2 station. She stripped me again and advised me to take castor oil to get things going. I took castor oil at 10:50 a.m. and 11:25 a.m. I was supposed to take 3 doses of 2 tablespoons a half hour apart. I skipped the 3rd dose. At about 12:15 p.m. I had a ton of bloody show, which was very exciting. I'm pretty sure I told you guys about that day. Yeah, I did. Anyways, I'm going to keep going. Contractions started at about 1 p.m. Castor oil kicked in at 3:40 p.m. and again at 4:40 p.m. My contractions were about 3 minutes apart most of the day, lasting 40 seconds and getting to the point of having to breathe through them. My mom, younger sister, and my younger sister's boyfriend all headed over. They got there at about 9 p.m. I had called my midwife at about 7:45 p.m. to let her know what was going on, so she got over to the apartment just before my family to check things out. At this point, I was in denial that labor had started, since I never went through this beginning of labor thing before, with just throwing myself into it by breaking my waters with Aiden to get it over with. To my surprise, I was 4.5 centimeters and my little girl was now at 0 station. She never told me if the basement had changed or not. She did another stripping since it seemed to really help me. I dilated to 5 centimeters pretty much the second she started the stripping. She told me she would be seeing me in a few hours. By 10 p.m. my contractions were stronger. They were making my eyes water every time they would get to the peak. They were lasting 50 to 90 seconds, but had spaced out to 7 minutes. So we were just waiting for them to get closer together. Come midnight, I was exhausted, and it seemed like it was going to take a while more, so my family went home so we could all rest. By 1 a.m. my contractions were even further apart. I thought my body was just tired and taking a bit of a break, and would pick up during the night. I went to sleep and was never woken by a contraction. I woke up completely devastated at 6 a.m. Couldn't believe it. None of us could. Wednesday morning around 8:30, my contractions seemed to be coming back a bit. Not very strong, kind of Braxton Hicks-like. So Jay and I did the deed to try to pick things up a bit. The contractions started to be a little more regular. At 11:30 a.m. I decided to try to pick things up a bit more with castor oil, as it really wasn't a bad experience the day before. 2 doses of that down by 12 p.m. At around 2 p.m. I decided to take a nap, but was woken up every 10 minutes to the type of contraction I was having to breathe through the night before. I stayed in bed trying to sleep until 3 p.m., an hour of those contractions before I got up. At 3 p.m. I got up to use the bathroom and the castor oil kicked in. At 3:45 p.m. I had more bloody show. The contractions faded out a bit, but came back 8 to 10 minutes apart around 5 p.m., lasting 40 to 90 seconds. Castor oil kicked in again at 5:35 p.m. and I lost more mucus plug. Again, the castor oil kicked in at about 7:05 p.m. I continued to lose mucus plug, some with blood, some without. I couldn't believe there was still more in there after all that I had lost the day before. We went for a walk at 7:15 p.m. Contractions started to fade out. 20 minutes apart. By 10 p.m., they were gone. So yeah, my little girl put me through hell the week before she finally decided to come, but I'm kind of happy she waited so that I could have my due date baby. Pretty cool. I'm going to now do the video of her birth story, as I haven't done a video of that yet. I only linked you to a written version, so yeah, you're going to have to watch me read a paper again, but at least you don't have to go and read it yourself now if you haven't yet. So thanks for watching.